Hey everyone, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of Dave-time television. Dave-time television. Dave. Who's Dave? Dave Coulier? Is it his television? Cut it out. Just kidding. Anyways, daytime television, and we also do a few reality shows on the side. And before we get to today's show, which is one of those reality shows, The Amazing Race, I want to say, obviously, I'm back in Las Vegas. So, as you can tell by my background, I'm back in my apartment in Las Vegas. And when I was in Anaheim at Disneyland, I got a brand new phone case. And I know you can't see it because you can't see my phone because I'm holding it. Hello. But it's built for the 7 Plus. So now I don't, because before, previously, whenever I had to take a forward facing picture, which this isn't, because whenever I shoot this, I'm always using the rear facing camera. So, but when I need to take it forward, I'd always have to take it out of the case and then take the picture and then put it back. Now I don't have to do that. And I'm using and it's a cute little case, and it's got the wallpaper from the Haunted Mansion on it. I love it. I think it's awesome. Okay. Just thought I'd share. Okay, so back to The Amazing Race. So The Amazing Race. Okay. So this week, because this is for the one episode that aired on May 4th, and here's the thing. I'm so over Brooke. I bet you that Scott is really wishing that he had picked Becca as his partner instead, because Brooke is pretty negative. She's pretty negative, and God bless him, and he's got patience, because I would have I wouldn't have hit her, but I really would. I'd be so tempted to fucking punch her in the face. I would probably manipulate one of the other girls into punching her in the face, to be honest with you. That way I don't have to touch her, but, yeah, she's, well, or maybe just kind of maybe accidentally shove her into the water. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, she is a piece of work, but she managed to get through. She's in 4th, so congrats to you, Team Scott and Brooke, aka Team Will and Grace. Yeah, she's difficult. And it's funny because, she was asking everyone for help at the roadblock, and everyone was like, you know what, girl, put on your big girl panties. You need to do it yourself. And obviously she did it herself. They came in 4th, so maybe she just doesn't have enough self-confidence. You need to have confidence in yourself, girl, that you can do it. Right? Becca and Floyd, Team Fun, are hilarious. They are hilarious. First of all, both them and Liz and Mike and Becca and Scott, no, Brooke and Scott, Becca and Floyd, Brooke and Scott, yes, they all did the singing challenge. And actually, Becca and Floyd didn't sound that bad. I mean, like, they weren't like, pitch perfect or anything, but they were really getting into it and having fun. I thought they did a really good job. I really do. I think they were great. Liz and Mike, they were kind of half and half. And Brooke and Scott sounded okay. It was just, I thought that, that's where their name really shone through, was Team Fun. They had a lot of fun. And so, okay, so then there's the models, Logan and London. Which one is which, I don't know. But I do know they're Team Lolo, and they pissed off Liz and Mike in a big way, and they pissed off another team too. Oh, Brooke and Scott. Because they asked them for help or directions or something, and they were like, I don't know. And they totally knew. And they totally found out that they did know, like, right in front of them. So they were like, oops. Yeah. See, I don't think that's a good idea on The Amazing Race, to outright lie to other teams. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, it must have worked for Matt and Redmond, because they came in 1st place. But I will say, it was a little bit of Viva Drescher from Housewives of New York when Phil asks, has this been your best leg so far? And Redmond takes off his fake leg and says, this is my best leg so far. This is why we've won so many. But this is second. So, kudos to you. because that reminds me of when Aviva took her leg off and said, "The only thing fake about me is this," and threw her leg on the table in the middle of Le Cirque in front of everyone. And she totally planned it, admitted to planning it, and Heather was like, "Okay, bye, yeah, and we're done." Oh God, that was so great. See, it's one of those great moments. There are so many great moments in Housewives history. Okay, I'm sorry. This isn't about the Housewives. This is about the Amazing Race. Okay, so after the whole singing thing, all the people that were dressed in the gondola, the other people had to carry like a bunch of luggage that was super heavy through all the steps of the canals and get to their hotel that they needed to take the luggage to. Which, of course, obviously, that's where Matt and Redmond just powered through it and got it done. And that was kind of where they picked up their lead on everybody, right? So they get there, and Joey and Tara, yeah, Team Mom and Dad. I'm getting there. I'm finally getting there, right? They actually did really good, and I'm giving them a little credit. I'm going to give you some props because, you know, they get along great. See, here are the two teams that still need to work on their communication. Brooke and Scott and Liz and Mike. Now with Brooke and Scott, I don't know if they can communicate to each other or if they're just too different. We'll find out because they're still in the race, obviously. Liz and Mike are hanging on by a thread because this was one of those non-elimination legs. So they are still in it. Girl, I don't know. I really don't, because that's some bullshit. This is too much. And they showed clips from next week, and Liz and Mike were already going at it. So it's like, okay. And honestly, a lot of that actually comes from Mike being passive aggressive. I hate that passive aggressive bullshit right away. I wish he would call him out on stop being passive aggressive. That is annoying. Shut the fuck up. Right? Or I wish Scott would tell Brooke, girl, you know what? Drink a tall glass of shut the fuck up. How about that? Right? She's so annoying. Ugh. Anyways. Okay, so they did actually really good. They did the luggage, and they did get there quickly. Not as quick as Matt and Redmond, but they did get there rather quickly. And because that's kind of where Matt and Redmond overtook them. But they got there just fine. And when it came to the painting, Tara decided she wanted to do it. So she does it, but it's a lot harder than she was expecting. But she still got through it. I think they got like third place. So, hey, you're doing great. You're doing awesome. And London and Logan came in fifth place, right? So then the last place was Liz and Mike. Because now Liz, now see, this is why you never say anything. Liz was like, oh, I totally just painted a skull like this at home, and this is totally in my wheelhouse, so we're totally going to get first on this. And literally every other team passed her by because she was so good or thought she was so good that she didn't pay attention to the demo at all. And she just started painting right away. And it's like, no, girl, no. Not on the Amazing Race. You can't do that shit. You got to pay attention to what's going on. And because if you don't, that's when mistakes happen and that's when people go home. Now, she didn't go home this week, so good for her. But, you know, she was totally like wanting to cry at the end. And I love how, first of all, I love how everyone was all happy to see Liz and Mike when they got to the finish line. They're like, oh, yay. Meanwhile, none of them were helping her or doing a damn thing for her, right? I mean, I'm just saying. So that just strikes me as very, I don't know. I don't want to say two-faced, but I may be two people, but I'm not two-faced. Erica Jane, Housewives of Beverly Hills. Love you. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if I would be down with that. I might applaud. Good job that you made it this far, but they're like, oh, we're so happy to see you. No, you're not. You're not. You would be happy to see Phil send them home, right? So apparently next week there is, and when I do the next recap, there's another U-turn. So we'll see how it goes. Anyone that has been U-turned in the past obviously can't get U-turned again. So we'll see if they can do it. We'll see. I don't know. They might change the rules and say, you know what, you can U-turn. You do someone who has been U-turned. You can U-turn them again. We'll see. I mean, Matt and Redmond have already been U-turned, right? I think they have. I think they were in the first one with Seth and Olive, and then Vank and Ashton and Becca and Floyd. So if I'm not mistaken, that means that Liz and Mike, London and Logan, Brooke and Scott are the only ones left. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. Oh, and Tara and Joey. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Amazing Race to talk the Amazing Race. You can also hashtag Bold and Beautiful to talk the Bold and Beautiful, which I will be doing next. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.